Hello everyone, it's Kendall here. I am partnering up with my people over at MyFirst Wig to show you guys this hair tutorial for my new wig wears. This is probably the most natural wig I've ever used, so I'm really excited. MyFirst Wig is a cool company that includes everything that you need to do your first wig if you're not a wig connoisseur. Basically, it includes instructions, bobby pins, an elastic band, rat combs, duckbill clips, I think I forgot to show those in this clip, the wig, and of course the wig caps. And basically I'm just going to start off with stretched hair. If your hair is not stretched, you can just braid your hair slick back all the way in cornrows, but since my hair is straightened right now-ish, I'm just going to put it in a low ponytail and pop it on the top of my head under my wig cap. Let's take a second to appreciate that they have tan wig caps. Either they're very light or they're very dark, so I appreciate it. So here's the wig. The wig is this Yaki texture with the side bang. I figured a bang would be really good for my beginners because you see a lot less of the hairline, but the hairline is literally no problem for this wig because it is perfection. It is pre-plucked. It is a full lace wig, so you can part it anywhere on your head. You can put it up in a ponytail. You can do literally whatever you want. And basically, because it's pre-plucked, everything is super easy. You don't have to do anything in that regard, which I appreciate just from a lazy standpoint. So I'm just going to cut the lace. I'm using one of the duckbill clips to hold the hair back as I cut the hairline, trying to get it as close to the hair as possible without cutting it, of course. And there you go. Look at that beautiful hairline. It's beautiful. I'm also going to cut the lace on the back of the neck, so if I ever decide to put in a ponytail, I can do that. Now, taking a little bit of foundation, I'm just going to dot that on the lace in the front of the hairline just so that I know that it matches my hair perfectly. You can also put it on the wig cap itself, but it's just personal preference, whatever you like to do. I'm going to take the elastic band and put that on the wig. I'm measuring it to the back of my head. This you will have to sew down, so if you don't have a sewing kit, that's not what I wanted to say. If you don't have a curved needle and thread, you will need to pick that up if you want to do this method. This method is really good for keeping your hair flat and you don't have to use the combs, which could rip out your hair. I know that it's ripped out my hair in the past, so I prefer to use an elastic band. Also, it's more comfortable to take on and put on and take off. So I'm just going to put this on my head and use a little bit of dark eyeshadow on the lace around the side so that it isn't too light. Like, I want the light parts to be light and the dark parts to be dark, so that's why I'm being like super anal with eyeshadow. And now I'm going to take the slightest bit of my edges out just because they don't fit in the wig cap anyways, so I'll just like mold those later and keep those clean from the rest of the wig. Putting down the clip in the back, and there you go. You could stop here. This is a very stoppable place, but because I'm trying to go all out to show you some of the easy things you can do to make it even more perfect, I'm going to gel it down. This is the Got To Be Glue gel. They call it glued, but it's not actually glue because in the instructions on it, it recommends it to use it for like spiked hair, and no glue would be recommended to put actually in your hair. But this is quite strong, so I'm going to let it get tacky, and then I'm going to pop my lace on top of it so that if the wind blows, my lace don't pop up. Also, it makes it look more natural anyway. Now I'm going in with a different Got To Be gel. This is the black one. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. And I'm just going to go in there and put that on my actual edges, and I'm just going to do some little baby hairs and make it cute. And also makes everything a little bit more neat and tidy. I'm using a comb, but usually I use like an old toothbrush that I don't use anymore. But I don't know where it is, so we're just gonna do this. Now I'm going to go in with a little powder foundation and put that on the front of the hairline just a little bit so that we can blend in those knots. Now, if you wanted to, you could bleach the knots on the front of the wig, the little black dots that you see where the wig's hairs have been like sewed into the lace. But because I'm lazy and because most beginners are kind of nervous about bleaching, I'm still nervous about bleaching, I'd prefer not to do it. So here we have it. This is a pretty stoppable point as well. My hair is slicked down, everything's cool, but I'm just gonna straighten it a little bit so that everything is kind of falling uniformly and so that all my layers are kind of going in the same direction. That's another thing. This wig has layers. Can we take that for a second? It was perfectly layered. It was plucked. It had a bang that looked nice. It was parted in a reputable place. Like, this is a bomb wig. Basically, this wig is beginner and lazy girl approved, so I'm digging it. I'm feeling very much so Aaliyah 1 in a million type realness. So anyway, if you would like to get your hands on this wig or try out any other wig from MyFirst wig, I'll put that down in the description box. Thanks again, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.